like I said in the last video, I like to check out The Bachelor. I don't have patience for the whole thing. They go through the different sports competitions or the fun stuff or whatever. Um, but I look for the things, I fast forward to try to find the more meaningful parts. And last time I talked about how this guy, uh, Andrew, Andrew, oh, he was so shaken up. He was so emotional about not being picked, and yet when the Bachelorette gives him the chance to come back, no, he doesn't want it because this place is too hurtful for him. So, so he says, "I'll, He gave her a note. When you change your mind, let me know." Okay. Then there was the other guy, Michael, who was being nagged by his son to come home, and he had to, give in to his son or whatever. All right. So now the latest episode is okay. So Greg, okay. Greg, good-looking guy, whatever, and they have good rapport, okay. Um, and okay, so he wants to know from her, from Katie, the Bachelorette, how he's doing, and she's telling him, oh, well, okay, so he professes his love for her, and she says, well, I can't reciprocate because I have to wait. I can't reveal all my feelings before the one. But she says, uh, I, trust me, stick with me. I something like I promise it's us or something like that. And he was going on and on. He was very unhappy, and so even though she's giving him all this stuff, he is unhappy. Okay, so then he goes off and sulks some more and complains to the other guys, and and then he decides no, he can't leave it alone. He has to come back to her. You know, knock knock on her hotel door, and he tells her he cannot take it. He's got to go home. He just can't deal with this. So okay, so it's a rather silly show, and a lot of people think it's fake. I don't think it's fake. So too much of it looks real. I've watched movies and I see how people act. It's a third case of a guy who is unhinged. I looked at Twitter and they call him a sociopath. Not exactly a sociopath. I mean, there's no evidence that he wants to hurt anybody, whatever. But he can't hold on. I mean, he was unleashing on her. Um, that it's not a matter of the effing rose and who's number one, and she's just trying to she's trying to pump him up. He should just wait a couple weeks until the end of this thing, and he cannot wait. He can't wait. So okay, so he's a nut, okay, along with the other nuts that I've talked about. But here's the thing: she doesn't recognize that he's a nut. I mean, she gets all caught up in his garbage, in his impulsiveness. He can't wait 2 weeks. I mean, people wait for their children to grow up. Okay, I mean, you get satisfaction every day from saying little things, but I mean, to have children is an investment in the future. When careers, an investment in the future, actual investing, real money or something, that's an investment. You're in a relationship. You can't wait 2 weeks. So she doesn't. I mean, she doesn't recognize that this guy is just an idiot, just an unhinged, narcissistic, you know, just moron. So again, I mean, I think that we should teach social emotional learning in schools because people are so limited in their understanding of other people's emotions. So I mean, like I've said in the past, this is a sign of the times that everybody is so impulsive, so centered on themselves they can't see. And by the way, the guy says to her, you didn't hear anything I said. Meanwhile, I saw she had tears in her eyes when this idiot was talking the first time before he came back the second time to the hotel. I mean, she was saying everything, and this idiot couldn't hear her, and he's telling her that she can't hear him. And then, after this moron comes to her hotel room with this, with this impulsive garbage that he's leaving, she actually runs after him, and she sheds tears again. She can't believe it. That okay, yeah. I mean, this whole thing unravels in a relatively short time. The guy's a nut, and if there's anybody else there, then fine. Otherwise, but I mean, yeah, it's hard for her to process that this guy is just a nut. But no, but the answer is she cannot process it because she doesn't say to herself, no, this guy is just a nut. No, she keeps crying or whatever. So she is caught up in his insanity, and I'm saying it's a sign of the times. Now, I just want to make one comment about Simone Biles. Now, there are people who trash her, and there are people who laud her. And what I'm going to say is kind of nuanced. That she's a very noble person, and she's fantastic on what she does. But I think that she is somewhat a product of our times. That she lets all the spotlight and the pressure on her. Now, I've never had worldwide fame, okay? I make that disclaimer right away. But I try in my life, whatever it is. Now, everybody has their own struggles, everybody has their own challenges. And uh, what I try to do is look at the task, just try to have a relationship with the task and try to block out what ramifications there are. Now, obviously, we're all human and we can't block it out, but there is a difference in focus, and I think that in today's society, where it's a matter of fortune, and everybody have. Well, here I am on YouTube. Okay, so yeah, I'd like to have a lot of followers or whatever, but as you see, I don't have that many followers, and I'm just going to continue. So the idea is that if I like what I'm doing, which I do, then I will continue it. And people have to establish more a relationship with what they do rather than the applause and the admiration. And I think that's part of it. That's part of it. That people should establish more of a supportive network within family. And I think families today are not supportive enough. Everybody is scattered. Everybody is doing their own thing, and parents should be involved in more intimate talk with their kids. How is it going? I mean, I remember as a kid, my mother when she saw me, she took me to go to sleep. So she would ask me how my day was, and that felt very good. So I liked telling her how my day was. So I think people have to be tuned in to each other and give each other support from family and friends, and try to block out the big, noise from the bigger society about all the applause and whatever. So that's what I feel about. I mean, it has to do with like what I was saying about The 50s being more of a genuine time, aside from the blind spots that there was towards minority rights and gender rights and sexual orientation rights, that there was more of a family unit, more people talking to each other rather than everybody just going off in their own way, and yes, seeking publicity from the world, which is a lot harder than getting support from each other. Okay, that's about it for now.